Have you ever been walking down the sidewalk on your way to class and it just popped into your head? Hey, I'm feeling a little daring today. The walk to school is a little bit too dull. Let's spice it up and try dodging some traffic. Well, if you're a resident of Missoula and you happen to use a wheelchair to get around, then this can be a daily occurrence for you. Sidewalks around Missoula, specifically around the university, oftentimes are inaccessible to students in wheelchairs. They pay the same tuition as other students and therefore deserve the same access to learning. The inability of the university to maintain sidewalks, such as not repairing impassable potholes, snow piles conveniently placed on sidewalks, archaic curb cuts, or just a lack thereof, oftentimes forces a person in a wheelchair to put their lives at risk to simply get down the block. I'd like to share with you just a few experiences that I encounter on a daily basis and some personal thoughts from a disabled guy in a wheelchair. I still can clearly remember my first big snow day here on campus, as I'm sure many of you out-of-state students do as well. After getting out of my last class, I had to get my hustle on to catch the bus, because oftentimes the schedule doesn't line up. As I came around the corner onto the sidewalk, I saw my bus pulling up to the stop. I kicked my wheelchair into overdrive and quickly rolled down the sidewalk to catch the bus. But I was so focused on catching it, I almost ran into a 5-foot tall pile of snow conveniently blocking the sidewalk and access for me to get off the sidewalk. As I quickly rolled down the street to catch my bus, I was almost run over by that same bus and given a nice icy slush bath. It seems to me that with a little bit of awareness, the university could avoid these situations and ensure that they're providing equal access to all students. When attempting to cross the oval for the first time, I was once again met with an inaccessible path. Those old adobe bricks were so rough it forces one in a wheelchair to go around the entire oval. I was extremely excited when I saw they were redoing the whole pathway, only to see that they replaced those old adobe bricks with an equally rough brick pattern. Keeping that brick pattern simply because of aesthetics is a silent, unintended discrimination. I think the key word in that previous sentence is unintended. The plow driver didn't put that snow pile there to nefariously block wheelchairs. The campus didn't put bricks there to keep people in wheelchairs from crossing the oval. But it is a fact that the conditions of sidewalks, pathways, old elevators, and accessibility around campus could use a little improvement. Life as a disabled student is hard enough. Add in having to use a wheelchair, living in Montana, and feeling like campus doesn't appreciate you, and it can almost feel impossible at times. And let's not forget, equal access is a right. I appreciate your time and allowing me to spread this little bit of awareness, because that's how things eventually change.